back. This is loud. This is louder than I expected. Thank you for checking back in. I took a few days off of the stream for first travel reasons and then health reasons, and we're back in it now with a new topic again from than what we worked on last time. If you remember, if you were there, we worked on the Red Roulette activity overview, and this is where I ended up since. I have made a few adjustments where we now see, so this is about planning a team's sprint retrospective, where it walks you through the activities that you could do. You have 5 phases in each retrospective, and with this navigation here and these this pagination down here, you get to select out of a few different activities for each of the stages, and then you can pick which ones you like. So to spice it up a little, to not always do the exact same sprint retrospective. I got a weird error message in Twitch in OBS earlier that I couldn't figure out what it meant on time. So there might not be any audio there. You might not. Yeah, I think you have picture, but we're gonna leave that. If anything doesn't work, please let me know in the chat. If I'm now miming this, I don't know how to communicate that to you. Today we are going to move away from that again, and we are going back to most likely my Open Metrics dashboard that is on my personal website, domhabazak.com. This is the localhost version right now, which you can get to by on any page clicking on Open Metrics down here. This I have hooked up to 2 APIs so far. You see the Twitch API by it showing my Twitch followers and how many times my videos have been viewed, which is decent because I've only started doing this recently, and my page analytics on Plausible. So how often my pages have been opened in the last 30 days and how many unique visitors I had in that time. That going up 10%. That is pretty neat. And down here you also see if I am live on Twitch right now. Now this doesn't update all the time. This only updates on page reload. So when I reload, this should show that I am streaming right now. I'm live on Twitch. And I have one of you. Hi, how are you going? And I want to add something to this today. And it says here streaming, reading from the YouTube API in Next.js. And that's kind of what we're doing now, because I want to add information from YouTube. So all the videos that I stream on Twitch and some of the one-offs that I do, I'll collect on my YouTube channel, which is over here. It's linked somewhere, I guess. And I want to see if I can get any of this information and either put it on the dashboard as well, which would be neat. What we need would be the number of videos that I've done, or the number of hours total that I have uploaded videos for, or how many subscribers I have. I could also see a full page where I list all of my videos. So right now I force you to go to YouTube to see what videos I have done. It'd be super cool if I had a page that was like /videos, and I would list all the videos that I've done with all their descriptions, with all their tags, and we're gonna see if that is possible. Sometimes I cheekily read ahead and I try something with an API that I'm working with, but today I've only opened the page with the YouTube Data API overview, and I've seen that they have channel information on there, and I have added the API key to my local environment, to my environment variables. I am, as in Twitch, not looking for anything that needs user authentication, because I don't want to have to provide a user authentication token, and I don't want to give you a login. This is only for reading information and for adding that to my personal website, which usually looks something like this. So somewhere on here, it'd be neat to show a stream of these on my last videos without me having to go in and changing that manually. Everything else you see on here, all of the writing that I have done, all of the fire tips, those are all markdown files, and I have to add a new one every time I want to add something new. But for the videos, because all of them are on YouTube anyways, it would be neat if, and I need pagination here, and it'd be super neat if that just happened automatically without me having to go in and it just reading the data from the API. So let's look at the API documentation and let's see what we can do here. So first it tells us how we can get our API token and what we need, and if you need user authorization, which we don't, we would have to go through an OAuth2 flow here. Not going to do that. All I am looking for is public API endpoints that I can use with just my API key. I needed to have that in place though. And here it lists a few things that we can request. One being activity, so anytime I like a video, or I add it to a playlist, or I share it, those are all activities I could list on here, but I'm assuming those would require user authorization. I couldn't just add anyone's activity onto my site. Channel is where it gets interesting for us right now, where we get information about a single YouTube channel. That is exactly what I'm looking for. If we just quickly scroll through the others, maybe playlist and playlist item could be interesting. Maybe thumbnails, but I'm not sure if I want to add them on here. Video, I'm guessing if I get information about a channel, I might get video IDs. I'm assuming I can then get information about the individual videos through that. What's a watermark? Identifies an image that displays during playback of a specified channel's video. The channel owner can also specify a target channel. Watermark appears during video playback, and then length of time it is visible. Okay, so I could make, I don't know why I would use a watermark. I am not going to. Note that in many cases a resource contains references to other resources. That's what I thought. So if I get information about a channel, I probably get information about playlists or videos. For example, a playlist items resource, snippet.resourceid.videoid identifies a video resource that in turn contains complete information about the video. As another example, a search result contains either video ID, playlist ID, or channel ID that identifies a video playlist or channel. Okay, so I'm guessing we have to do those in sequence. First, get me like search results, and then I can get video IDs or channel IDs in that response, and I can request them somewhere else. They have a few different operations we can do. We have list, which is a get request, insert, which is a post request, update, which is put, and delete, which is delete. So that means we can list activities and we can insert activities. We can't update or delete activities. Once an activity has happened, once I have shared a video, there is no unsharing it. Whereas if we had captions, we could update and delete the captions. Channels we can only list. So we can get channel information, we can't create a new channel, we can't update a channel, and we can't delete a channel with this API. The table below defines the operations that are supported for different types of resources. Operations that insert, update, or delete resources always require user authorization. Okay, so that's what I thought. If I want to insert, update, or delete anything, that's always user specific or done by a user through a user. And we have to have user authorization. Not going to do that, so all we can do is list, which is fine. In some cases, list methods support both authorized and unauthorized requests, where unauthorized requests only retrieve public data. And okay, so maybe there is private information about videos that only the person that uploaded it could see, and we get more information when we are authorized. When we are not authorized and we won't be authorized, then we only get public information, which I'm guessing is view information, length, description, tags, title, a thumbnail, potentially. So we can ignore everything that says insert, update, delete over here. We're not going to do anything with that. We can't list a channel banner because channel banner is only for updating a channel banner, I think, which is the big graphic on top of the channel. We have... So basically channel is where I want to start. I want to read information about my personal YouTube channel. That if you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching this on right now. If you're watching this on Twitch, obviously not then. I could get playlists from that channel probably. And quota. Quota is interesting because there is a certain number of requests that we can do per day. And it's not limited by number of requests exactly, but by how heavy each request is. So they give us a quota of 10,000 units per day. We can do 10,000 units worth of YouTube API requests per day. But each request requires a different amount of units. Doing a search might require 10 units, whereas listing a specific channel might only require 1. And I think most of them okay, it says it up here. A search request costs 100 units. A video upload costs 1,600 units. So I could mix and match until I hit that limit. And I guess it resets at the end of the day. Not within either at the end of the day or within 24 hours. Which is it? Quota costs for API requests. There's a table here. So is this a table? Okay. Listing activities costs 1 unit. Listing channels, so getting a channel costs 1 unit. Okay, seems easy enough because listing captions is 50, but list channel sections is 1, list comments is 1, list comment threads is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Listing a search, so getting a search is 100, but most list actions are a single unit. So if I did 10,000 single requests per day, that would make me hit the quota, but I don't think that is very likely. And since this will most likely be cached as well at one point, I'm not gonna have to worry about the unit of this, for what I'm doing here. The API allows and actually requires the retrieval of partial resources so that applications avoid transferring, parsing, or storing unneeded data. So that the applications avoid transferring, parsing, or storing unneeded data. This approach also ensures that the API uses network, CPU, and memory resources more efficiently. So it sounds like when I ask for a channel, I don't get all the information on the channel that they have, but instead I have to tell it, please give me this information about the channel. So a part parameter identifies groups of properties that should be returned for a resource. The field parameter filters the API response to only return specific properties within the requested resource path. So kind of similar to what we would do with a GraphQL API, where we tell it we only want this information, give me only this information. Here I could say, give me the title and the description and the tags maybe. Or I could say, give me a part, which is content details. I'm assuming content details is a group of things. So request them separately, or say, give me just this bulk of information. How to use the fields parameter. Fields, we're gonna have to see what the APIs return. Fields is items/ID, playlist item/snippet/title. Okay, so slash divided, playlist items snippet position. We're going to see what is available when we do an actual request. Here they have an example for how we do partial requests. So this is an API, this is a GET request, right? Has to be a GET request to youtube.apis.com/youtube/v3/videos with an ID of a video and our API key here, okay? And then we say, give me these parts with the response. I'm assuming that if I don't specify a part, I won't get much back. So here they ask for the snippet, content details, statistics, and status. And let's look at statistics. Down here, okay, this maps nicely. Here they have content details was requested here, so we get the duration. And the duration is PT15 M51S. So I'm guessing 15 minutes, 51 seconds. What is PT? And we got content details, aspect ratio. So video information about the video. What could PT stand for? We are going to see when we request videos. And statistics, we are going to have to request if we want to get information like view count, like count. Dislike count is still in the API, even though it doesn't show up on YouTube anymore. So we could still show that. I'm not sure if the action's still there. Don't use YouTube enough. Favorite count and comment count. And status is this. Oh, okay. Irrelevant for what I'm doing because I'm only going to request public information. Status would probably not show me videos that haven't been processed, haven't been published. Using e-tags. Caching we are going to do later. I don't need to optimize anything yet because I haven't done anything yet using gzip. Okay, but how now? Okay. We have client libraries and they have ones for Java, JavaScript, PHP, whatever, Node.js in alpha. I'm going to go for a common HTTP request for now. I don't need another dependency in here. And I'm going to route this through a Next.js API route So I don't have to have the users request data from YouTube, because if it's pretty annoying, if a user requests information from YouTube, or if a user downloads a font from Google Fonts, that means there's a connection between them. There's a connection between the YouTube servers and your browser, or the Google servers and your browser, and that comes with a transfer of some personal identifiable information. There was I'm not sure how common that is, but I know of at least one case where a company, I think, was sued because a Google font was requested without the user's permission, which means if I have you request data from the YouTube API and things like your browser or your IP, I think that's the main ones. Maybe I'm not sure if your location is in there, but any information that gets transferred in that automatically, because the IP is just always part of the request. And if I make you do that by visiting my site, then I need to have your permission first, and that would mean that if I don't have your permission, I can't do the request, which means I have to block everything with a big overlay saying, hey, kind of, are you okay with me? I'm not sure if it falls under doing the request. I'm not sure if it falls under the cookie banner, but I would need to have at least a button that says, yeah, please show me that information. You sometimes see that on sharing icons on newspaper websites, where they have I'm not sure if that's still a technique that they use, where they have a Facebook share or a Twitter share or a LinkedIn share, but you have to click a button first to even turn on the Facebook share. You can't click on the Facebook share and do it immediately. You have to say, okay, please activate the Facebook share, and then you can click on. So it requires another action from you, the user, for that request to be allowed. I'm not going to do that. So everything I am going to request strictly through a Next.js API route, which means that then the communication between YouTube and my site happen server side. And you, as the browser, you only request information from my backend. You don't know where the information is coming from. That it's coming from, we're proxying the request to YouTube. You're not aware, and you don't have to be aware of where that is. Now, if we look at the authorization, we're gonna have to walk through how to do that now. The YouTube API supports the OAuth 2 protocol for authorizing access to private user data. We are not going to need that, so I am going to skip it. We don't have to do that. Get auth credentials, maybe. Open the credentials page in the API. So you must have authorization credentials to use the YouTube API. Okay. A request that does not provide an OAuth 2 token must send an API key. I have that API key, that is fine, that I have taken care of. I have an API key in my environment variables. So we can do server-side web apps. That is what we are looking for now. And what I'm looking for here is, just give me an example. Can you just show me an example of how to request information? Language specific requirements. You do not need to install any libraries to be able to directly call the OAuth 2 endpoints. I'm gonna skip everything that says OAuth 2. That might come. If a public application uses scopes that permit access to certain user data, it must complete a verification process. If you see unverified app on the screen. Okay, OAuth 2, pretty sure not necessary for what I am doing intentionally. No, not gonna. So OAuth 2 would show you the login with YouTube screen. Don't want that, don't need that, don't show me it. Where? No, still OAuth 2. No tokens. We don't need calling Google APIs. There we are, halfway down the page. We now get to the point where we can request something. But this still is on OAuth. After your application obtains an access token. No. Okay, if I was authorized, I had an access token, it could then from that access token identify who I am, and I could get information from the channel by saying mine equals true. Give me information about my channel. I'm okay with specifying probably the ID up here for my channel without having to go through mine. I don't want to authorize as that. Complete example with an HTTP. No, not auth. Incremental authorization, also not. Not the access tokens. Not revoking token, okay. So none of that was very helpful. Do we have tutorials? Sample requests. Let's just jump straight there. How can we request data from here? Channels. Mine equals true. No, not that. Not mine equals true. Playlist ID. So, okay. This was easier in the Twitch API already. I now want information on this channel's endpoint. Can I click it? Google's API Explorer. Channels list. There we are. This. What are you doing? This. No, what are you doing? No. Go away. Thank you, but no. I want to see the documentation first. How could I now make this happen again? If I wanted this, how could I make this happen? So, anyways, request, HTTP request. Let's start there. So we have this here. We are not gonna go directly for that, but let me see what else I have here in the pages API, because I have a few API pages here. I have Twitch status and I have metrics Twitch. And if I'm looking for metrics now, I am, right, this is metrics Twitch. Oh, metrics is empty. Oh, okay, because I use it directly on the dashboard page. What do we want? Do we want to do the metrics on the dashboard page? Sure, why not? So we are going to go to the open TSX, and this is this page. Let's do some more space for code. This is that page over here. It has grown to a unreasonable size, 229 lines. That is not perfect. I don't love that. But what we are doing here, stop scrolling. What I'm doing here is I have this metrics component and I pass metrics as Twitch followers, and I have this number from my API somewhere, and the Twitch views, the page views, the unique visitors, and the average visit duration. So let's add between the Twitch views and the page views a list of YouTube subscribers. Is it subscribers or is it followers there as well now? Because it is Twitch followers. Twitch subscribers are a different beast. So we are going to do a YouTube follower count. Where do we get that? We get that passed to the page somewhere as the YouTube follower count. And because we're doing TypeScript, the YouTube follower count is a number. Okay, down here I request information from the plausible and YouTube, plausible and Twitch APIs so far. I'm doing a bad job at catching errors, which is still open. It's okay. So we are going to do, after all the other requests, we're going to do another request. Const, I'm going to say YouTube request. So we're going to do a YouTube request is fooch. And we're going to copy much of what we have up here in the plausible. In the Twitch request, why not? So we might need some headers. I would like to pass the token as the API key as a header. And here. So what are we going to fetch? We are going to fetch from Google HTTPS and www.googleapis.com/youtube/v3/channels, but I want one specific channel. I don't want information about all the channels. We have filters. No body because it's a GET request. That is fine. Try it. Okay, so part we have to... Okay, this is where that happened. Part we will have to specify, and part I don't know what the parts are. Category ID for username. What is for username? So I was assuming that ID is probably the channel ID, right? So let's look for username. Okay, category ID. This parameter has been deprecated, so don't use category ID anyways. For username, the for username parameter specifies a YouTube username, thereby requesting the channel associated with that username. I don't know what my username is, because is that the email address? I also have the ID that I can use. The ID parameter specifies a comma-separated list of the YouTube channel IDs for the resources that are being retrieved. In the channel resource, the ID property specifies the channel's YouTube channel ID. Okay, so I'm assuming that I want ID, and here you want a comma-separated list. We are going to copy that. It has to be this. This has to be my YouTube channel ID. YouTube channel ID. I'm gonna assume has to be this. And we are going to put you here as the YouTube channel ID. Now it also wants me to specify a part. What are my parts? How did I end up on this page? Part. Mine only works with an authorized request. Yeah, that's what I thought. HL. To retrieve localized resource metadata. Also internationalized. Max results. Default value is 5. I'm assuming if I'm asking for one specific channel, it can't give me 5. On behalf of content owner. Only works if we're authorized. Okay, so where are the parts? Part equals. And I want audit details, branding settings, content details. I don't know what they are. If the parameter identifies a property that contains child properties, the child properties will be included in the response. Yeah, but it would be awesome now if you told me what the audit details are. So we are going to take all of them, and then we're going to filter down. And I assume it's again a comma-separated list. And comma and comma and comma and comma. What? No. Comma and comma and comma. Give me that. Headers. Headers I'm not going to have to pass because you want the API key as part of the request. Headers? No headers? Okay. API key. Yeah, but how do I pass it? Okay, I think we saw that earlier. Even earlier still. Why does it keep jumping? Where and how, and also, can you show me it? No, and back again. Nope. Is it? So I'm looking for now, is it called API underscore key? It's probably called API underscore key, I'd assume. It's just called key. Okay. So I don't need headers. but I need to pass my key, which is my process.env, not env. It is my process.env.YouTube API key. And what's wrong with this? This one is wrong with this. And I'm going to assume that we get a response, which I'm going to call YouTube JSON. So I'm not sure if it's JSON. It's probably JSON. So first we're going to await the fetch request to my channel, getting all this data, and then putting it into the JSON. So we are going to pass a YouTube JSON. I could have done this in an API request, in an API route. Doesn't work if I want to put it on the page. This works if I want to use it as a source for something, like if I want to get the list of videos, because here I want to get the YouTube JSON. We're going to pass that here, and we're going to print it to the web dev console. YouTube JSON, and we're not going to type that because we're not going to keep it. Console log YouTube JSON. Let's see if I just broke absolutely everything. So we are going to go here. We are going to look at the dev tools and show me the console. And it gets an object. That is undefined. Why are you not doing the thing? Let's say YouTube response and YouTube response. Why are you undefined? Why are you undefined? What do I get back from the request? YouTube response. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this doesn't work at all, because what did I do here? I already had a YouTube request that was just fetch. And then I had headers that had an access. So I think I tried something. Oh no, I don't know what that was, but it didn't belong there. Doesn't matter where it came from, probably added it there myself. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great what it just did there. That's not great. I'm gonna have to do something over here real quick. So this is we now get an error back at least. The caller doesn't have permission. Missing scope. Why do I not have permission? While I ponder why I don't have permission, I'm gonna do something over here real quick, where I use my fingerprint for some reason, and I'm going to put it into this thing that I see here. Do I want to put it in here? Yeah, I think that looks right, and that also looks right. And then I want to... Yeah, no, don't. Oh god. Now I need to put in a thing. Anyways, why do I not have permission? What are scopes in the YouTube API? Scope, and how do I add them? Because a channel information should be public. Did it show me that on the overview of the API endpoint? So list channel, pages, YouTube data API, channels list. The channel resource, statistics, subscriber count has been updated. Okay. Returns a collection of 0 or more channel resources that match the request criteria. Common use cases. List by channel ID. What can you tell me about scopes? Oh, sorry, I need to check something over here real quick. Just, having to do a thing and waiting for this to pop up. Does it mention anything about scopes? I can't see the Twitch right now, unfortunately. If anyone has an idea, I'd appreciate it. Just need to go in here real quick. How do I go in here real quick? So this I'm gonna do over here as well. Scope. Do you have any information about scope? Google APIs auth YouTube read only. Okay, so do I have to set something on my... Do I have to set something on the thing? Where's the dashboard? So we're all going to enjoy the background music for a second, because I need to find out. No, that is not at all what I want. I swear, this developer console, that is not super straightforward. How, what, where, give me it. Products, YouTube. Do you have a YouTube? So I'm trying to find information on my API request to see why I don't have authorization. No, that's not it at all. Examples, tools. I'm thinking now that somewhere on my API key, I could set what my API key is allowed to do, but it is not allowed to do it. It's probably here. I don't know why Okay, I'm pretty sure I can show that. So the YouTube data API, because it doesn't show the full API key here. And my channel ID is public, so there's nothing here that you are not allowed to see. And it is enabled. I can disable it. My credentials, yeah, I know. This is my API key, which is pointless anyways because it doesn't show. You do not show it. Do not show my API. Okay, so I can't do this part on screen. I cannot do this part on screen. So I'm gonna move that over here. Usually, so Google, listen up. When you show an API key, you never show the API key as it is. You show maybe a part of the API key and then give a copy button. You don't want me to stream my API key to the entire world, even if you have a... Do not show the full API key. God damn it. So ignore everything that happens on here. I'm not gonna do that on here because that is not good. That is not proper. I have to create new credentials now. Thanks you, Google. Well, I guess they don't assume that people stream this. I'm gonna walk you through just audibly what I'm doing. I can select which API I'm using. I can select from the... I think I could select from more, but I have here the YouTube Data API version 3 or the Insights API, which I'm not sure what I'm using it for. And I'm using it for public data. Maybe that was wrong. So this... Okay, so previously it created an... No, did it? I want to request public data. Yes. Next. And that's all I can specify. We recommend restricting this key before using it in production. Okay, so what does that mean? There's a button that says restrict key. And I see the key. And I can say what... Okay, it has application restrictions. An application restriction controls which websites, IP addresses, or applications can use your API key. You can set one application restriction per key. So it was restricted to... Okay, it was restricted to nothing. I can restrict it to HTTP referrers, which is websites, or IP addresses, which is web servers, but there is no fixed API. Yeah, there's no fixed IP here. So I am going to go... No, I'm gonna do that later when I have it published. And don't restrict the key. So it says here, API restrictions, don't restrict key. This key can call any API. Save. And I forgot to copy it. Where is it now? Way to go. There is an API key here. And I can copy it to the clipboard. I am going to do that off screen. So give me a new terminal. I'm going to do that over here because Google, are you insane? And I'm going to go into my, you don't have to, so I'm in my projects directory, in my repository. I am going to change the env.local file. And in there, I have an API key. Is that different from what it was before? Yes, it is. Good. Yeah. So the previous API key that was on stream before, thank you Google, is now no longer in here. Gonna right quit this. .env.local. Still gonna have to check. It said that it is allowed to request. This key is unrestricted. And it should be able to request any endpoint. If we reload, we get an object. Do not be. It is again an error. API key expired. Yeah, okay. Sweet. That is good because even though I changed it in the environment variables, the next server doesn't. Do not. Okay, I cannot log it. That was my bad. I cannot log the response because this was my API key. Cannot log it. Bad idea to log it. Lesson learned. Lesson definitely learned. And at least I can't do that on stream. I could do that in development easily, but it's not a good idea at all. So I am back with you. I now see what's happening on the Twitch again. Reload. It can take up to 5 minutes for this API key to work. Do not be an error, please. It is an error. The caller does not have permission. Okay, YouTube, tell me about the 403. So this is we get some information on this error. We get an error code, so an HTTP status code. 200 would mean everything's fine. 403 means forbidden, stands for forbidden. So this is a common request error, error missing scope. What can Google tell me about it? Global domain errors. Identify some of the error codes and messages that the Google API returns. Cool. Specifically, the errors listed here are in the global or default domain for Google APIs. Many APIs also define their own APIs, domains. Cool. 403. No, not 304. 403. Forbidden. Request operation is forbidden and cannot be completed. Project not configured to access this API. Access not configured. Which one was it? It is error missing scope or permission denied. Okay, limit exceeded. Quota exceeded. Something about scopes. Nothing about scopes. Great. Permission. Permission. There is only these two results, insufficient permissions. The authenticated user does not have sufficient permissions to execute this request. This is not helpful. It isn't helpful. So, scopes. using OAuth 2 for web server applications. Do I still need to? I thought they used them just with the API key. Do we still need to authorize? I thought there was a way, because that's what they do here. Here with the Google OAuth 2, they provide, no wait, OAuth 2. Okay, so maybe I do need to request it. Let's see what that gets when it requests my ID. And we also ask it for, what was it? Statistics, sure. Statistics. And execute. It gets a 200. That gets a 200. I'm assuming this won't be my API key, so if I show code now. Oh wait, it does need an access token. So API key itself isn't cool. It has an API key, but then it also needs a bearer token. Okay. So we are back to headers. We are going to have to set some headers. I thought this would have been too nice if that wouldn't have been necessary. And we have YouTube headers. And then on the YouTube headers, we are going to have to set two pieces of information. We are going to have to set authorize bearer some token. A YouTube access token, and we are also going to, while we're at it, set accept, assuming this would be the default anyways, but we are going to say here accept application JSON, and then we are going to pass the headers here. Headers are the YouTube headers, and we do have to go through the entire OAuth flow for a web server, using OAuth 2 for web server applications. Even though I toggled this off, show code. If I toggle the Google OAuth, provides authenticated access to an API. Didn't think I needed that. If I turn it off, I still get a 200. I'm gonna check something, and I have to check that off screen again because this requires my channel, my API key. If this works, then I should be able to request it in the browser using my API key. And that I had here. I've closed that. Cool. So give me a new terminal here. I'm gonna keep that off screen. And I'm going to go to my projects, .env.local. Can't show that on screen because that is an API key. If I request it in the browser without doing anything else. Oh, okay. Hear me out. Okay, so I just requested this in the browser without going through an OAuth flow, and it worked. Can you guess why that is? It is, when you think about it, a bit annoying because that wasn't super obvious. Let's see if we can find it in the documentation first. Because I requested all of the parts. And I am guessing that one of them I can only get when I'm authorized, but it doesn't tell me here. It doesn't show that on it. Does it say that anywhere? Because if I only request it, and that's what I did in the in this documentation and in the browser just now, I only requested the statistics. So let's remove everything that isn't the statistics. I'm gonna keep statistics. And we are going to remove all of you. Just with an API key. With the API key that I just used. And we don't need the headers after all. No, we don't need the headers after all. Oh, wait, we need the channel ID. If we reload the page, we get a bunch of errors. Do not be an error. There we go. Okay, so that actually was it. That was it. Before we worry about that, let's look at what we get. I now receive a response with an E tag for the caching. I get an array of items. And for this item, which is my channel, it says the channel ID here, that's my channel ID. Ends in DIMQ, yes. I get hidden subscriber count, true. Oh, why? Is that something I can set? So for some reason, my subscriber count is hidden. We can only see the video count and the view count. Video count itself is neat. So if we look at videos, I have, these are rows of 3, so 1 row, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. 6 times 8 is 18, plus 1 is 19. So we can already get the number of videos that I have up on YouTube, and that would be cool. That would be a statistic that I can show on here. That would be as YouTube videos. A view count would be YouTube views. That also is an interesting value. What else could we have gotten? Let's see if we can find the culprit. Let's see if we can find what made this break before. And we can do that on here, right? So that'd be easier to change just here. Give me as the parts. Okay, that isn't ideal. Give me that part, and give me that part, and give me that part. I'm guessing that one for the content owner details would require me to be the content owner. I'm completely 100% guessing here though. Localizations, snippets. I find it annoying that this wasn't like, I know I skipped parts of the documentation. I didn't want to spend the entire stream reading documentation to you, but I'm pretty sure one of these requires me to be authorized. If we turn off this and we execute, then we get an error. But I don't know what we got the error on. Try using OAuth 2. Yeah, I know if I was authorized, this wouldn't be an issue. Back to the list of parts up here. You can include in the parameter value. It doesn't say that one of these needs to be authorized. Maybe it assumes that I always am. That's very possible. Or I'm gonna start with the content owner details. Does it work if I run it with the, okay, no, that wasn't it, at least not only that. Status, maybe? Status? That wasn't it, at least not by itself. Audit details. Okay, before I try more of them. It was the audit details. I can get all this information, but I cannot get the audit details. What are audit details? Show me audit details. Channels audit details. No audit details. Overall good standing, community guidelines, good standing, copyright strikes, good standing, content ID claims, good standing. So this channel, is it in general, is it in good standing? Does YouTube think, like, has this violated any copyright strikes? Has this done anything that is against the community guidelines. If so, YouTube flags it often automatically. Like if you have music in your videos, they sometimes get flagged for, sometimes not even that, get flagged for copyright claims. And that would mean that you are not, something about your account isn't quite kosher. And I could see why they wouldn't want us to request that for accounts that aren't ours. Why would I be able to read if any of the big channels is currently in good standing? That is not something that should be public. And it's odd that it's... well, I'd assume that audit would be its own... what's the word? With its own endpoint. But that means we can change all of this. We can request branding settings, content details, content owner details, ID, localizations, snippet. We can request statistics. We can get the status. We can get topic details. Statistics is duplicated now. And all of that we can now get. Cool. Let's see. Okay, this was NAN already. Let's see what we get. A YouTube JSON, which is not an error. Cool. So everything's fine. If I added audit details back, it would fail again. We get items. Page info, total results. I can limit it to one result, because I know there's only one channel with my channel ID. It was something like the limit, wasn't it? Max results. So, and max results probably doesn't do anything. Max results, but it still will show me an array. I don't think it would go to a single item. So exactly, I still get an array of items. I get total results and results per page 1. Totally fine, because I'm requesting a specific channel. And in this item, I now have information about my channel. I get branding settings, which is the title of the channel, my name, the country it is in. I don't know why you would need that. So while we're exploring this, I am looking for specific information that I can put in my metrics. I can immediately get const the YouTube channel information, which is the YouTube JSON dot items, and I could either go 0 here, or I could destructure this and say give me array. It looks like I'm assigning an array to something, but this would assign the first item to YouTube channel. It doesn't really make sense to do that here, so we're gonna go 0. And YouTube JSON, I'm gonna pass just the YouTube channel, which won't change much. We're not gonna get the e tag and the items here and the array even. We're only going to get a single object now. And this object is all the information that I know. It isn't. Why isn't it? Why aren't you? Reload, maybe that change came too late. I want you to what? Okay, yeah, now it's fine. I didn't reload it before. Now we get all of this information. What part of this do we want to show in my metrics? We have topic details. Okay, let's just start by doing this. Yeah, and that, and that, and that, and this, and here. And sure, this one, and why not that as well? So, topic details. I didn't think this would link to Wikipedia. So I'm not sure if I set those, or if those just came from the videos I uploaded, because apparently my channel is about technology, knowledge, video game culture, and lifestyle sociology. I don't think I need to put that in my metrics. And I could link you either. I could get more information from these topic IDs, but no thank you. Topic details, not something. Topic details, not something that I need to show. So that I'm going to delete. The status is linked. I don't know what it is linked to. Long upload status, long uploads unspecified. I don't even know what a long upload is because my videos are sometimes 2 and something hours long. It is public. That information not helpful for my metrics. Statistics now is going to get a bit more interesting. We no, okay. It reloaded. That is too bad. Statistics. So we have the YouTube video count, which is YouTube channel dot statistics dot video count, and we have the const YouTube view count, YouTube channel dot statistics dot no view count. And because I want those to be numbers, we're going to parse int u with a base 10, and we are going to parse int u as well with a base 10. We're going to show that in the metrics just now. I have the YouTube video count, and I have the YouTube view count that I'm going to pass into my component. And down here, we're going to go YouTube video count and YouTube view count. I'm guessing that is all time. That is how many videos, yeah, of course it is. And the YouTube video count, not bound video count, is a number, and the YouTube view count also a number. And then in the metrics down here, we have the YouTube, let's do YouTube videos, video uploads, which is the YouTube video count. Not sure if that includes private videos, probably doesn't. And we have the YouTube views, and that is the YouTube views count. Now when I reload the page, everything breaks because somewhere I misspelled something. YouTube view count. Is it view count or views count? I have view count, so views count is wrong. YouTube view count. And this can go here. URNANs. Why are UNANs? YouTube channel. Statistics. Video count. Then I am not gonna parse you as numbers. Are you not? Okay, we can do strings. That does strings just as well. TypeScript's gonna complain, but not right now. YouTube video uploads 19, and YouTube views 600 would be cool. 462, which I am a bit subscribed by. A bit surprised by, because I thought more people watched these on Twitch than they do on YouTube. But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take every view that I can get. Give me all the views. Let's see here. I have, ooh, nice, 2 viewers, and we started 63 minutes ago. Oh, my timer went down. And I think we can get more from this API. What else can we get? So statistics we have taken care of. Snippet. What is a snippet? A snippet is a, what's this, thumbnail? Here with the default URL. What are you? Can I copy you? Don't think I can I? Look up whatever this is. Lookup wasn't it? I know what this is trying to do. Let's ignore it. log value. So this is the full value. I'm gonna click it. And what are you? You are my profile picture on my channel. I have that on here. I don't need to duplicate it as part of my metrics. So nice, but no thank you. Published at is that the age of my channel? Is that the age of my channel? That could be neat. Like how old, how many days have I been doing this? When did I first create this channel? Is that in for metrics that are supposed to change? Not really. I mean, we can keep it in mind that that exists there, but I'm not gonna have to do anything with it. And now, why did you break? Kind is a YouTube channel. ID is the ID that I passed in, so I don't need to request that because okay, that would have been interesting if I'd requested by something other than the ID. If I said give me the ID for the username Don Habersack, since I know the ID, that is not interesting. Content owner details is nothing. So no thank you. Branding settings is only the name and the country. So that is not interesting. Content details, related playlists. Maybe, because I'm starting to put my videos in playlists there. So I have all my streams collected in one. In one playlist and the non-streams as separate. What do we still have here? No, okay. So, only information about the video count. Subscribers would be neat. Why are they hidden? Why did I hide them? I don't think I intentionally hide them. I'm gonna go into my... Is it YouTube Studio? Is it settings? I don't know. Is it my channel? I'm gonna go to my channel. I'm gonna go to customize channel. I don't know why I would hide it. I know it's like in the low double digits, but I want to show it on my dashboard, so it doesn't need to be hidden. Where could you be? I have the links here. I have links on banner, contact information. I don't see anything that lets me set that this is supposed to be private. Channel advanced settings. Disable interest-based ads. Manage YouTube account. No, not manage YouTube account. I want to manage that channel. It would be nice for it to show. Oh, that is not it at all. It would be nice for it to show how many subscribers I have. Why is that not on? If I turn it off, I don't know how I did it. If I turn it off, I have no idea how. No idea. And I can't find anything in the upload defaults. Okay, so that's upload. No, that's upload defaults. Ooh, but that is neat that I show how many views. Okay, that I will have to do later because that will help me going forward. But no. I don't know why that isn't. That is too bad because that would be one of the neat pieces of information to show on here. If I have my Twitch followers, why don't I also have my YouTube subscribers? Why is hidden subscriber? Why is that hidden? Hidden subscriber count. Let's see what the documentation has on it. Hidden subscriber count. There's just information that it can be set. The number of subscribers that the channel has is rounded down to, okay, cool. Round down 40 to 3 significant figures. Thank you. Please see the revision history or YouTube Help Center for more details about how they are rounded. There's not much to round if that's 40. Show me why it's hidden. Hidden. Oh, in Studio. Is that in Studio? I know, this is not super exciting to follow along, but we're gonna go here and we're gonna go to YouTube Studio. What is YouTube Studio? Is that current subscribers? Go to channel analytics. Settings. These are the same settings. These are the same settings that I was on earlier. In the left menu, select analytics. Okay, where are these? Are analytics. Real time updating live. In the overview, click see live count. Sure. Can I hide you in the analytics somewhere? Nope, nope, nope. There is no. I can't find a toggle. Okay, so let's move on then. If I can't solve this now, it is not interesting to watch me struggle off screen. Why subscriber count may change? Why is it hidden? Hide subscriber. How to hide subscribers. Change your subscription privacy settings. Keep all my subscription. How hide your subscriber account? Go to your Google account, go to YouTube Studio, settings, channel, advanced settings. I'm gonna have to do that real quick. I am going to go to YouTube Studio. That is where I am at. Then to channel. Which one are you? None of you are channel. Channel dashboard. Advanced settings. Advanced settings. I have. It is something you have to turn on. Okay, that I can show you here. I think. No, I can't. There's a different browser. There is a checkbox that says display the number of people subscribed to my channel, and it is toggled off by default. It is a low count, sure, but the reason I'm doing this dashboard for is for me to be public with this information. So if we reload it now, right now it says hidden subscriber count true. Instead of that, I expect to see something called subscriber count next to video count and view count. And we have a subscriber count. Awesome. So hidden subscriber count false is now set to false. And we have the subscriber count. So we can go here and we can go const the YouTube subscriber count is YouTube channel dot statistics dot subscriber count, and the YouTube subscriber count, adding that here as well. YouTube subscriber count, and in the metrics it makes sense to go follow like subscribers, videos, views, right? So we are going to go here, YouTube subscribers, and the YouTube subscriber count. And this, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to, do I have to keep that as a string? YUNAN? Ah, because it wasn't passed yet. There we go. Okay. So I have 19 YouTube video uploads, 40 YouTube subscribers, and YouTube views. I don't get any statistics for how many people have subscribed over the last period, unless there's an analytics endpoint also. But that is about as much as I can get out of this endpoint. Let's check again what we're requesting. Content details. There's the playlist in here. I might want to do something with the playlist. There's also something about localization, but that doesn't even show up in the result. Snippet is my name and published at, so I'm guessing it's my name because it's the name of the channel. I guess localized would not show up here. That is cool, that is okay. Maybe I want to do something with a published at. How old is my YouTube channel? Is that relevant? Is that, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. No, I can keep in mind that I could do it later. And content details, maybe, no wait, that is not even a playlist, that is my, is that a channel ID? That is not exactly my channel ID, like it ends in the same 4 characters, DIMQ, but this one begins with UU and this one begins with UC. And then whatever the rest of this is. I don't know what that represents. So, content details. Wait, here. Content details. What are content details? I can already tell this is not going to be helpful. Okay, it's better than I thought. The content details object encapsulates information about the channel's content. Related playlists. The related playlists object, which is what we get here, is a map that identifies playlists associated with the channel, such as the channel's uploaded videos or liked videos. You can retrieve any of these playlists using the playlists.list method. Related playlists, likes and favorites, and uploads. But what do I see? Oh, uploads. Okay, so there are related playlists, and playlists I have are the uploads playlist. It'd be okay for the metrics. For the metrics, it would be nice, and I had that prepared for Twitch. I then abandoned it. I had prepared like how many hours of content have I produced? How long is the total duration of all my videos combined? But I cannot get that from... I can get that from this. I can get that from this, I assume. So I have the uploads playlist. Let's do const uploads playlist ID, which is the YouTube channel dot content details dot related playlists, and that is an object. There is no likes playlist, there is an uploads playlist, because this is an object like this. Okay, related playlists, there could be a likes, uploads, favorites. I think one of them was deprecated. Favorites is deprecated. The idea of the playlist that contains the channel's uploaded videos. Use the videos insert method to upload new videos and the videos delete method. Okay, can't do any of that because I'm not authenticated. But I can now list information about this playlist. Give me the playlists.list method. Account to this method has a quota cost of 1 unit. Sweet, that is not too many units. So every time I reloaded this page now, it cost me a unit. That is okay. I now want information. Give me the information. Const the uploads response is we are going to await a fetch request to https:// googleapis.com/youtube/v3/playlists, and we are definitely going to have to provide the ID, right? That is the uploads playlist ID, and we also need to specify parts again, and part equals, we are going to try honor them because this doesn't have audit on it, which is content detail, plural, ID, localizations, player, snippet, and status. And we also need to pass our key again. And key is the process.env.youtube API key. Forgot the $sign here. And then we have the uploads JSON, which is the uploads response.json awaited, and we're going to pass this just as JSON. I'm going to keep that for long. The uploads JSON, and what is called YouTube JSON here, I'm just going to call it JSON. Not going to type it because I'm only using it temporarily. And here the JSON, don't even have to put this in the brackets, in the curly brackets. What can you tell me about this playlist? Question from the chat, what I plan on doing with the YouTube API data. I have on my personal website an open metrics dashboard where I show some information on my numbers. How many followers I have on Twitch, how many views I have, how many page views I have on the pages on my site. Use the Twitch data to show down here in the footer that I am live. First thing I'm doing with the YouTube data is showing how many videos I've uploaded, how many subscribers I have, how many views I have. Just showing publicly available information, but aggregating it here. Later, I want to have a separate page. I don't think, no, we're not going to get to it today. I want to have a separate page where I list all the videos that I have published with their title, description, thumbnail probably, that you can, on my own personal website, see a list of everything that I've done and jump to YouTube from it. For now, just some numbers here. And we're at the point where we're already getting the video number, the number of subscribers, and the number of views. I just got information on the playlist of all my uploads. So ideally, I would like to show how many hours total I have uploaded videos for, because my videos tend to be pretty long, and I want to show I have now uploaded 500 videos. It's not 500, not anywhere near that yet, but I want to show how many hours I have created video for, just for posterity really. And I have here, I think I can limit this request as well. I don't really need it to request more, but it doesn't really make a difference either. So where we are requesting all of this, we're also requesting max results to 1. Pretty sure that should be possible here as well. So when we reload, or when we interrupt it from when it's reloading, we have items. We have 1 item. Okay, results per page. Okay, it didn't do anything with that. Why not? Does the playlist not have a max results? Ah, it does, but I typed max result. I forgot the plural again. So now I should get still no other response, because as I only request 1 specific playlist by ID, 1 result of 1 total. And this is what it has given me. There is item count 19, which is right because I've uploaded 19 videos. But I have that information already. I don't need to get it from here. I have localizations. Apply-Verfahren, Dom Habersack. And Dom Habersack can only, okay, I'm not gonna attempt that. Uploads from Dom Habersack. Uploads von Dom Habersack. Uploads from Dom Habersack. Video subito de Dom Habersack. Cargas de Dom Habersack. Sorry, this is probably not good. That I don't need to show. This is not helpful for statistics. Player. I could get the... Oh, I could embed the entire playlist right from there. I could give you a playlist of all my videos. No, not what I want. And this gives us straight HTML, which is funky for an API to do. Snippet. Thumbnail, so I could get, I don't know, probably could get the API its own thumbnail. Channel information, that is not it at all. Okay, so that isn't helpful. That is not what I want. So I now get information about this playlist and where it lives, but I don't get information about what videos are on it. I know that 19 videos are on it, but I don't know what videos they are. Okay, what other endpoints are there? Data API, reference, search for content. It has to be one of the list endpoints, and there was an overview. No, here, was it this page? No, wasn't. List related videos. No, list my videos. This example within the authorized. Okay, so I can't use that exact example because it would need me to be authorized. But what endpoint do you use here? Show me the code. This uses the this uses the search endpoint. That's not well. It's not problematic either. I could probably search for all videos on this playlist. I'd like them to be in some kind of order, like probably upload order, and a search request costs 100 units. It's perfectly fine for me because I don't expect to do a lot of these requests anyways. But if I could get the video some other way, I would prefer that. Calling the API. Where was that neat overview? What do you have on playlists? Playlist items. A playlist item resource identifies another resource such as a video that is included in a playlist. Cool. Yes, please. Get playlist items. Yes. Returns a collection of playlist items that match the API request parameters. You can retrieve all of the playlist items in a specified playlist. Yeah, they have the API has a, I think, very generous quota of 10,000 units per day, and most of these, like list requests, are 1 unit. A search request is 100 units, but I'm never gonna hit that with the site that I'm running here, because I have at most like 40 visitors a day, and very few go on this page. Like this is not a highly frequented page. I'm not gonna do anywhere near those limits. But playlist items, list playlist items, has parts again. Filter by ID. One or more unique playlist. Oh, not playlist item IDs. Playlist ID. Yes, sweet. Okay, that is it. So we are going to go give me playlist items. Right, the endpoint is playlist items, plural, and give me all the playlist items for the playlist ID. Parts, you only have content details, check ID, check. Localization, it doesn't have player, it doesn't have snippet, and status. Max results, I don't want now because I want all of the videos. If this does pagination, then I'll have to... might have to paginate the request as well. Here, unexpected end of JSON input. Playlist ID, part, something wrong about the request. Okay, what else is required? Specify exactly one of the following parameters, which is either ID or playlist ID. Have exactly one of them. Yep, question from the chat. If I had more frequent visitors, one thing I could do And I'm kind of doing that with this already. So this is a Next.js site. And I could either request that page on every request, or I could revalidate it every specified number of, I think, seconds. So when you go on this page on my dashboard, on my metrics page, it will only regenerate every 60 seconds. If you visit it again, it won't revalidate, it won't call that API again for another 60 seconds. I could easily increase that number. Caching, I'm not sure they are cool with. I'm not sure YouTube wants me to... I can cache the page. Yes, I can cache the page, but I don't think they will want to, will allow me, or their policies will allow me to cache the actual results. Everything has to go back to them. Same for if you do navigation with Google Maps. You can't cache the Google Maps results on your end. This has to be an API because they want our money, right? At least I'm pretty sure that happens. Don't nail me down to it. Invalid JSON response body. Why though? Give me this playlist ID. Unexpected end of JSON input. I cannot log this here because that's going to reveal my API key again. We're going to go back and delete a few things. What can we take out? Snippet status, sure. Let's just do the status. Okay, I'm gonna have to do 60 seconds for everyone. Yeah, for every person that visits this, it's super neat because Next.js usually was just statically generated pages or fully live pages. Like, oh, I see the error. I typed playlist items. Then I can bring all of this back. Next.js either does statically generated, so it's generated at build time and then never updated unless we publish again, unless we deploy again, or it can update all the time, every time you visit. And with this ISR, incremental static regeneration, they call it, it only gets generated after this timeout. So this worked now. We get a response. We get 19 total results, but 5 per page. So to get the full duration of my videos, I have to request this multiple times. I can easily and quickly from this get my last 5 videos. But that is not ideal. Does it... So when that happens, there is more data than they want to show me with each request, because that is costly. And if I do more requests, then I'm gonna get... I don't think it's a money grab, but having to get all 19 videos now, and it's only 19 for my channel, that will be more costly than getting 5 videos for their processing, for their API. If I had thousands of videos, and every time someone visited this page, it had to get all the 1,000 videos, that would be inefficient. So what they do is, for this endpoint to be quick, you can get 5 videos. Here's 5 videos. And then what I can do is I can say, okay, cool, thank you for these 5 videos. Now please give me the next 5 videos, starting at video number 6. Then they give me videos 6 to 10, and I can say, cool, thank you for videos 6 to 10. Now give me another 5 videos, starting at video 11. But I didn't see that in the API. Is that the correct playlist items list? Yeah. We have to ask either for a ID or playlist ID. So we're doing playlist ID, max results. Acceptable values are 0 to 50. So until I hit 50 videos, and at this point will be in a few months, because I stream twice a week, I could say, give me just up to 50 now. And then if I hit the 50, then I'm gonna have to worry about the pagination. But I want to see how they would let me do it. Page token. The page token parameter identifies a specific page in the results. So the next page token and page token. Okay, so what do I actually have? Page info. So now I'm getting my last 5 videos. And do you have the title on here? In this video, nice, it has the description. That was the video titled... Where is the title? Where is the title? Ah, adding my Twitch live status to my Next.js website. So this one, we did this one down here. And then we have this video with the snippet with the title, cleaning up a Next.js project. I forgot what I did in this one. And so I can get these, or I can say, give me with page token, and page token is 2. Give me everything from page 2, assuming that it is 1 indexed, not 0 indexed. I request it now. I get an error because what are you doing? Specifies an invalid. Okay, page token. I don't know my fruit. I don't know what you want me to do. So I am going to avoid the problem for now. Like, I need this to work now. And I am instead going to say, give me max results 50. 50 is greater than 19, so I'm gonna get all of my 19 videos. Unless this breaks. And no, did not break. Sweet. So results per page is 50. I have 19 total. So my items now is 19 videos. These are my 19 videos. And my uploads are uploads JSON dot items. It's all the items. I could map them already, because what do we have in here? Status will always be public. Or did I request all the things? Did I request all the information? Parts, I can ask for content details, ID, snippet, and status. Okay, so I get, this is the full response that I can receive. Status, because this is only a public request, will always be public, so I might not even request the status. You down here, you can go. The ID of the video I might need. Yeah, I might need. So I might want the video. So we're gonna map this upload, and we want back from it. I would like your ID. I would like your published at, which is the upload.contentDetails.video published at. I don't need that for the metrics. I need that for something else. I don't need that for the metrics, but we're gonna keep it now. Snippet is better. Wait, what is that? Published at was March 11th. Published at here is the same. Exact same. So we are going to go snippet and published at. Channel title I don't need, the description I want. Not for this page. Not really for this page, no. So if I move this over to the page where I want to list all my videos, then I will need all of that. But right now, if I only want to show, what can I show? I can show when I uploaded the last video. In the metrics, sure, maybe. Description I don't need, playlist ID I don't need. Position is their order, so this one will be position 3 then. Yeah, nice. And the title. Do you not have the length? It'd be cool if this had the length now. But I'm guessing that a playlist item doesn't include the length. It includes information about, hey, this is the video, and I can get a video ID here. But then to get how long is this video, we need to take the video ID, and we're going to request something again. And I hope we can request multiple videos at the same time. Saying time, though, is my cue to kind of end this here, because it's nearing lunchtime for me. I stream twice a week. I stream on Tuesday and Thursday around the same time, so 10 a.m. Central European time. I am not going to touch this now. I'm going to leave this as is, and I'm going to pick it up in 2 days. I'm not even going to publish that, because if it's not done, the feature isn't complete yet. I'm going to commit the changes, and then we are going to continue from here on Tuesday. If you would like to join, I would very much appreciate that. In any case, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was entertaining and you learned something. I am gonna see you in a bit. Have a lovely day and talk to you soon. Bye bye.